Things falling into place for you, Sharon, are they? Well, let's see if we can make them fall a little harder and faster. Den got to come home because of what I did. You got your dad back because this worthless user did a murder.
Tell me you didn't mean to do it. Tell me it was a mistake.
Who do you want to make this better for? Me or you? Den?
There was a struggle. The gun went off by accident.
But it didn't. We're not even in court and you're already trying to turn it into manslaughter. It's murder. There's no way of making it any better. I go there, hold the gun on him, make him drive somewhere with it pressed at the base of his neck, sounding like I didn't mean it so far.
Shut up.
Him talking all the time, like we're going out for a stroll instead of somewhere quiet where I can kill him and get away with it.
Please, Dennis, don't.
And all the way there I'm thinking, I'm really going to have to do this. I've never even fired a gun before, but I'm really going to have to do this. And then there's no going back. I don't have a choice.
There's always a choice.
But there isn't. I get him by the railway tracks. Him going on at me, chipping away. Because he knows things about me, Jack does. And I make him turn round so he's facing me. And he dares me to do it. He says, go on then. And I can't. My hand is shaking. My whole arm is shaking. I'm trying to hold the gun on him, all of a sudden it weighs a ton.
I don't want to hear this.
And he laughs at me. Says I've gone soft. I haven't got the killer instinct. And then he starts in on you. And how it was him that sorted out Den. And in that moment I think everything could have been so different. And I tell him who Den was to me. And my hand stops shaking and he panics. And the train goes past, the lights from it. I could see his eyes. And he is petrified. I mean, he's begging for his life.
Shut up, Dennis.
And then he tells me everything. And he says, that's got to make a difference. And I say, no, don't. And I shoot him.
Why are you telling me this?
So you know what I've done? So you know everything? So you know who I am? Why don't you want to hear what I've done, Sharon?
Because I was in love with you and I don't understand why you did it!
He'd have killed me. I weren't having it. End of.
No, it isn't. There is never an end of. It just goes on and on. And I hate that world. I hate it so much. And I thought you were out of it, but you're not. You are part of it.
I swear to you, I didn't know you were there. I felt a hand on my shoulder and I turned round and hit him, but I swear to you, I didn't know it was you. What were you doing there?
I came to get you. You could have let him go. You didn't have to kill him.
This Jack Dalton we're talking about. It's not like the mourners were lying in the streets chucking flowers at the hearse.
It's still a life.
He was a sick human being. Do you know the things he did? You don't know the half of it. Why are you cutting your heart out for him?
I don't care about him. I care about you, what it's done to you, what this has made you.
Not exactly how you think your life's going to crack on, is it? What are you going to be when you grow up? Please, miss, I'm going to be a murderer. I don't want to be, but that's what I'm going to be. So I know what it's made me. You know, perhaps right from the start when I first met Jack, I wasn't hardly 16. But I always knew he was going to send someone to kill me, and I always knew I was going to have to kill him just to be rid of him.
You didn't have to kill him, Dennis.
He'd have killed me, Sharon. I didn't want to be dead. There was a time I wouldn't have been too fussed, but... How quiet it was straight after. Stood there, what felt like ages, just staring at him. His eyes were open. He looked surprised. And I had this really clear thought that whatever else I am, whatever else I could be, I'm always going to be that second and this first. A murderer. Everything I do from now on is always going to be about this.
Including me.
Well, it is now, isn't it? I didn't know what to do with myself. I had to make myself walk away. I can't remember which direction I come from, where the car was. Thought I'm going to have to go back and ask him, but I can't, because he's dead, because I killed him. I find the car finally, and just about remember how to drive. And I start worrying about the person that's got to find him. I think maybe I should go back there, you know, cover his face up with some leaves or something so they don't have to see it. But I can't remember where I've left him. And anyway, I've got to get home and hide the gun and act like everything's normal. But nothing's ever going to be normal again, is it? Nothing's ever going to be ordinary. And then they find Jack, and it all kicks off, doesn't it? On the telly and the papers. And all I can think about is the person that had to find him. Someone out walking their dog. I hope they're all right. But how can they be? How can anything be all right after this? And I want to find them, you know, this person with their dog. I want to ring them or write to them and tell them I'm sorry for giving them nightmares. I mean, I see it, but they shouldn't have to. They haven't done anything wrong. I dream about him sometimes. In his coffin, rotting. What his skull's going to look like with the hole in it that I put there, no one else, me. And then I wake up in a cold sweat, and he ain't in his coffin no more. He's in the corner of the room in my chair, looking just how he did when I left him, a leaf on his shoe, mud in his coat. And he smiles at me and he says, I got you wrong, Dennis. You have got it in you. Killer. You ain't never going to be rid of me now, boy. Not never. I'm shaving in the morning. And I look in the mirror, and there's this mark on me. No one else can see it, but I can. Living like everything's normal, you reckon? And then there's Vicky, jumping up at me like a puppy, and I want to shout at her. I want to get her away from me. Why can't she see what I've done? And you? You couldn't see it, but now you can. And you were right. I did have a choice. Him or me, and I chose me. So I know what I am. I know what I've done. I didn't want to do it, but I did. I didn't want to kill him, but I did. And I live with it. And it doesn't go away. Every day it's there with me. I am what I have done. Cold-blooded, brutal, thug. Yeah, all right. But mindless. Nah. Because this don't stop ticking. It never stops.